Good morning, students. Today we are going to read a very important question in the topic of rightly guided caliphs in the subject of Islamiyat O levels. So concentrate yourself. The question is: write about how the four rightly guided caliphs are the role models for leaders today. So concentrate yourself. We are going to start now. The four successors of the Holy Prophet ﷺ are justifiably called the rightly guided caliphs because they had been guided by the greatest reformer, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa ﷺ, and they acted as role models for the Muslim rulers of all coming generations. They strictly followed the teachings contained in the Quran and the instructions issued by the Prophet ﷺ. This way, they had been trained to rule their subjects in a skilled and successful way while keeping in their minds such directions of the Prophet ﷺ. Be gentle and do not be hard, and cause rejoicing and do not alienate. They made every effort to keep their people happy, prosperous, and progressing. They initiated several public welfare schemes such as construction of the mosque-based schools, canals, roads, and inns. In order to provide justice, they ensured an independent and incorruptible judiciary and never considered themselves above the law. Caliph Umar and Ali had appeared before the court as ordinary citizens to stand accountable on the complaint of ordinary people. So look at the people. They were golden people. So they acted on the law. So Caliph Umar and Ali appeared before the court as ordinary citizens. So look at their qualities. Muslim rulers today should look towards such glorious instances set by these noble rulers because justice and survival of our state are intimately linked to each other. Caliph Ali's statement in this regard should guide the Muslim rulers. And this statement is: the state may survive with paganism, kufr, but will surely not survive with injustice, zulm. Muslim rulers should dedicate their energies to ensure dispensation of the justice to all. Honesty and careful handling of the public funds was another remarkable feature of the period of the rightly guided caliphs. By the time of caliphate of Hazrat Umar, the state treasury Baitul Mal was full of funds, and the caliph introduced an effective and comprehensive mechanism of circulation of wealth so that towards the end of the rule, almost every Muslim was in position to give charity, but it was hard to find any recipient of this tax. So lovely face that was. Okay, this was achieved by structuring a corruption-free administrative system. Modern Muslim rulers need to follow these measures so that the state affairs are governed smoothly. Another admirable aspect of these caliphs was their simple way of living. Though they were custodians of fabulous wealth in the form of the public funds, they themselves lived a life of austerity. They never cared for their own comfort and were always eager to help those in need. Caliph Umar is reported to have provided food and groceries himself as an ordinary worker whenever he came to know about any needy and poor family. Caliph Ali similarly was least concerned about any personal comfort and worked so generously for the people of Iraq that they gave him the title Nosharma Arab. Nosharma was an extremely generous Persian ruler. The caliphs did not hesitate in seeking and accepting opinion of those around them. Hazrat Abu Bakr, after becoming the caliph, addressed his people by saying, "If I do well, help me, but if I do wrong, set me right." This shows humbleness of the caliph as well as the true democratic spirit of the first Muslim community. The tradition of shura, consulting others, was introduced by the Prophet ﷺ and continued successfully by his successors. Hazrat Umar expanded its scope by designing a consultative body, Majlis-e-Shura. Muslim rulers today need to seek inspiration from these glaring precedents in order to be in direct contact with their people. The caliphs were also particular in the treatment of their non-Muslim subjects, dhimmis. They were required to pay a tax, jizya, in return of which the Muslim state provided them full protection. It is to be noted that if a dhimmi offered his services to the Muslim state, his jizya was waived off because of his services. They were never forced to embrace Islam because the Quran emphatically declares, "Let there be no compulsion in religion." Another saying is here, "Will you then compel mankind against their will to believe?" So all the Muslims and non-Muslim subjects lived in peace without any fear of force or compulsion. Muslim rulers in the contemporary world should similarly guarantee peace and security for the non-Muslim citizens. So this was one of the very important questions, students. Read this question again, learn it, and make your notes. Thank you so much.